Hey Taurus, how are you guys? Welcome to my channel. This is going to be your, I'm sorry, I've been getting the names mixed up. This is going to be your March 2020 message. We are still in Mercury's retrograde, but we are pretty much at the tail end of it. We have 5 days left. Yes, about 5 days. So there is still some, some unwanted energies that may resurface, either in your mind, in your emotions, or in your physical day-to-day life. Okay, so just make sure that you're communicating properly. Make sure that you're not jumping to conclusions. You being a fixed sign, it can be kind of hard during retrogrades, right? So it can be difficult. Now, Taurus, we are in the month of March. Happy March. We are in Pisces season and we're soon to enter Aries season. And your season is actually not too far off. So, for March, Pisces and Aries season. Sorry, guys, my nose starts to tingle for some reason whenever I do certain readings. It's really interesting. So, there is light at the end of the tunnel, Taurus. Okay? This is good. In the month of March, there is a lighthearted energy here, optimism, brighter days, brighter times up ahead. Feeling a sense of freedom. Okay? So all of that is at the end of the tunnel here. So for those of you who have doubted that things are going to get better, they're going to get better. And it's very close. Now, there seems to be some difficulty, Taurus, in choosing between or existing in the physical and spiritual realm, if that makes sense for some of you. There is a need to, I feel like there is a sense of feeling you have to walk away from one to let go of one and embrace the other. Okay, because like I said, that light at the end of the tunnel here, the Sun card is here. Some of you all may have Libra in your chart. But I feel that this Pisces energy is somewhat affecting you guys, whether you have Pisces in your chart or not. This energy, this moon-like lunar energy, this watery season that we're in, may have a very strong effect on you guys, an uncomfortable effect, to where some of you all may want to really just embrace the material or embrace that earthy part of yourselves, but there is some type of watery emotional energy that doesn't really sit well with you guys necessarily. Or it could be vice versa, where the earth part, grounding yourselves, is not comfortable, and you guys may identify yourselves more with water in your chart, possibly. But there is a need to balance the two. There is no need for you to choose. There is a need to balance the two. Okay? Not being afraid to reside in both earthly things and heavenly things, if that makes sense. I know this is deep, but for the month of March, for others of you, there may be a mother figure who is a Pisces, or a grandmother figure who is a Pisces, or a water sign that you have decided to let go of. There are those of you who are lacking patience. Okay, you're lacking patience, and it's just not a. You're a Taurus, you guys. Your symbol for Taurus is the bull. It has horns, so being patient and sitting still is not something that for those of you who resonate with that type of this message of, you know, because there's a lot of things going on here in your message. But for those of you who have a hard time just sitting still and being patient and just allowing the universe to do what it needs to do, allowing things to unfold naturally, knowing that the light is at the end of the tunnel, you know, you're almost to the end of this dark phase in your lives, whatever that dark phase is. There's a decision that some of you guys are having a hard time making, and it has something to do with the material realm, or could be sexuality, it could be a relationship, or just relationships in general, choosing money over happiness, or, you know, causing the material to be mixed in with the non-physical, and not really balancing the two. There's pretty much your message is to find balance, Taurus. Find balance, because you're kind of, for some of you all, you're doing one thing. You're not doing one thing at a time. You're doing two things at a time. And you're hoping that some of you all just want to get rid of one, but there is a need to balance. And I feel like that's hard when it comes to balance. You know, I feel like there are those of you who would just want to decide, okay, I just want to get rid of one so I can focus on the other. Or some of you all may feel like, well, I just want to be able to do both. I want to be able to do both at the same time. Well, you got to learn how to find that balance, whatever those two things are. Now, there's also those of you who don't really have a sense of direction, and it could be with a job, it could be with religion. Maybe you just don't know where to go when it comes to your belief system, your personal beliefs. Could be with, and I feel that there are those of you who are walking away, or you're really thinking about walking away from something in order to find balance elsewhere. Okay. Some of you all in the month of March may decide you want to move, you want to leave your home, you want to go someplace new, you want to be far away from everyone or from everything, because everything just doesn't make any sense. Things make you feel tense, right? But I see that there is a need for patience here. Okay? If you don't have a sense of direction, let the universe show you what direction to take. There will be signs and wonders and synchronicities and messages that will be given to you, whether it be through another person from the universe or directly from the universe. But I do see here that the universe is bringing a lot of light to you, shedding light on a lot of situations here. There's just going to be sunlight everywhere, which is a good thing, right? So the interest, like I said, you have the Two of Swords here. So you see how this Libra energy. So there could be a balance between your Libra energy and your Taurus energy for those of you who have these in your chart. For others of you, there's something that you're not juggling, because that would be more the Two of Pentacles, but in a way this is juggling. In a way it's finding a way to communicate clearly and not wavering on the subject. It's being clear about what you desire and what direction you want to go towards, and communicating those things clearly. But I feel that there are those of you who are having a hard time doing so, and you may just decide to just give up and walk away, you know. And there could be a situation where someone really wants you to stay. It could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be a loved one, where they want you to stay. They don't want you to leave, and you're not really sure. You're not really sure, because I see that things are going to get better, whatever better means for you guys. But if there is someone who is really controlling, you know, in your lives, and you just don't really feel like you can be yourselves, and walk away from it, right? Definitely follow your intuition, okay? Whatever your intuition is telling you. Now, for others of you, it could be vice versa, where you may have had a more stubborn and controlling behavior towards someone and you want this person to stay, and in your own way you kind of try to show them that you want them, but it's not in the right way, and that person just may have walked away from you. There may be a need to really understand how to communicate what you need from this person or what you desire from this person, in order for them to understand what you need from them. Okay, there's a lot of things going on here, Taurus, because like I said, there's a balance here. There's a need to balance. There's a need to speak clearly. There's a need to be clear about what you want, even if you don't even know how you're gonna obtain what you want or what you desire. There is a need to just make up your mind about what you want in a relationship, in a job, and in a family situation, in friendship, whatever that is. Because I see that things are going to get better. They're getting better, but there is a need to follow your intuition, not be so quick to jump to conclusions and run away, but and to also practice patience here. Okay, because we have the buffalo, which is interesting because your sign, you're a bull. Okay, and this represents balancing heaven and earthly things. This is an earth energy. This is your energy is earth. So there is a need to take these horns, those horns of yours, and understand that in a way they communicate with the higher realm, right? What are those horns used for? They say that Tauruses are very stubborn, but how can you use that stubbornness? How can you channel that differently? Maybe you should be more stubborn in doing better for yourself. Not controlling everything, but controlling your emotions and how you go about the material aspects of your life, how you go about embracing those aspects. Or, there is a sense of not really knowing. And this is how I feel with your reading, Taurus. It's like, I really don't even know like what direction to tell you to go in. You know what I mean? And it's probably because you need to just sit back and wait for the direction to be shown to you. Your compass may be broken. You may need to find another compass. You may need to get your compass fixed, for instance, for example. But it's there. You have the number 33, and it represents the vulva. So it says prophecy, guidance, and direction. So there are those of you who know about, you're very spiritual, and you have a sense of where you want to go. You have a sense of what you need to do. You just need the direction. You need the guidance, right? And this card also represents not allowing yourself to be controlled by your circumstances or controlled by your relationship. Not doing things because other people feel that you should. And if this is a mother figure who feels that you should do something a certain way, you don't have to be controlled by that, right? And and it's the number 33, so it's, 2 and 3. You have the number 2 and 3 in your reading. So to me, what's interesting is that you're moving to another level. You're take it one step at a time. I feel that there are those of you who have started the first step, but now you're trying to figure out the next step. Okay? Building on a firm foundation. There's a need to really be clear about what you want, even if you don't even know, you don't have a clear understanding of how you're going to get there. Okay? So I feel like the month of March is going to test your resilience. It's going to test your clarity, your clarity of mind. Okay, but it's going to give you a direction to go in, but you have to be confident that that's the direction you want to go in. And if there are any fears that you have, that you still are harboring within yourself, you may need to walk away from those and let it go. There are those of you in the month of March, Taurus, that you need to learn to take more walks, go outside, spend time in nature. Others of you, there could be someone who may push your buttons, and you may live with them, and they may push your buttons to the point where you just want to blow up. And instead of doing that, if you live with someone like that, and during this month of March, you need to just go out and blow off steam. Just go for a walk. Okay? It may hurt that person's feelings, or they may feel like, you're disappointed in them. So be it. You go for a walk, and then when you come back, you can let them know and speak to them clearly about what you signed up for in this relationship, or what you didn't sign up for, right? Or in that connection. It could be romantic, it could be family, it could be friendship, or business partnerships. And vice versa as well, Taurus. If there is someone that you're, you know, maybe the way you're communicating is a little bit too strong or it's too harsh, you know, and this person, maybe you need to go out for a walk to understand, you know, to really come to an understanding, spend some time in nature to really understand, okay, how can I fix this situation? How can I communicate better? So whatever the situation is, Taurus, there's a need to bring balance to this situation that you're dealing with during the month of March, and ground yourselves. It's okay to ground yourselves and focus on earth, on the earthly matters of life, but don't forget that there is a non-physical existence that sees everything that you're going through. And if you don't consider that energy and you're more focused on the things, the tangible things that make sense to you, you're going to miss out on so many other possibilities and discoveries. Just because you can't see something doesn't mean that it's not there watching you and trying to work behind the scenes to give you what you desire. So open yourself to the unknown, open yourselves to the non-physical, and understand that the non-physical and the physical go hand in hand. They coincide. They are not separate. Okay? They're not separate at all. And you shouldn't allow the physical to control you, the material things to control how you go about things. Look to a higher power to find out, okay, what are some other things that I can implement into my daily life to enrich my lifestyle or my perspective, right? So that's your reading, Taurus, for the month of March 2020. Much love and light to all of you, and I wish you guys all the best of luck on this journey. All right, take care, you guys. Bye.